It's vLENT day 7. Okay, as you can see, I'm in my jammies, comfy for today. All right, let's go. Okay, let's talk about this section. We're doing from 188 to 227, those journal entries in the Diary of Saint Faustina. One thing that I love that Saint Faustina often talks about is to suffer without complaining. I don't know about you, but I tend to be a little bit of a complainer. When I'm mad about something, I like to vent, I like to kind of get it out of my system, and I do so by complaining. But the harm in that is that you can bring others down. And I don't want to bring down my husband or my children because I'm having a bad day or something bad happened to me. And very often I do that. I bring down the mood because of my own problems, and in that case, it's better to keep silent or to find another method for letting go of whatever's on your mind. I just love that suffer without complaining. In journal entry 226, Saint Faustina shares that there are some rules that she fails to obey. And so she explains those, and then she goes on to talk about how she will improve. She was saying she wants to avoid people who grumble. And if she can't do that, she will keep silent before them, letting them know how sorry she is to hear such things. So I think sometimes we want to help, and so we continue to go around these people, but they're always grumbling, they're always complaining. And so why are we going to continue the dialogue when they're not really willing to change anything? And so in those circumstances, she says that she is going to stay silent. That way she doesn't get too involved with things that are other people's dealings. Next, she says that she must take no heed of the opinions of others. When we put our identity in the opinions of others, what other people think of us, what other people suggest or want us to do, and not what Christ is calling us to do, leading us to do what we know deep down in our heart is what he wants for us. When we ignore him, it's ultimately very destructive. And so just really making sure that you're focused on just having such a solid relationship with Christ that it's more and more clear what he wants of you. And finally, at the end of that statement that I read from her, she says, I must do everything and act in all manners now as I would like to do and act at the hour of my death. For this reason, in every action, I must be mindful of God. That's very profound for all of us because we really don't know when our time is up here, do we? And not to be scary or morbid, but that's just the reality. We don't know. And I think we tend in our youth to have this feeling like we're invincible, like we're gonna live forever. We can worry about that stuff when we're in our 70s and 80s. And there's no guarantee we're gonna live to be 70 or 80. And so, or 90 or 100. And that's where I feel such an ache for our culture, because so many people, and I still tend to do it, even though maybe I'm not always thinking like that. I think there's just always naturally this tendency when we're young to think we have all this time, and it just goes by so fast. Even with faith, there's so many people who think, you know what, I'm gonna go to church when I'm older, or when I have kids, or these if and when scenarios. We just can't be living like that. And I got to a point where I just got tired of living like I have a million years, or that I'm gonna do that one day, because one day is right now. This is one day that's a huge gift to you, the only day that you can actually control your actions on at this present moment. And so I think I got way off topic of what we were talking about, but yeah, if there's something you want to do it today. Don't think one day when I have more knowledge, or one day when I have this and that. Nah, you have a lot of stuff right now that you can work with. And if there's something you do want to aspire toward, make a plan, but break it down into baby, actionable steps and take those steps. How do we even get on this topic? I don't know, but anyway, I must do everything in all matters now as I would like to do and act at the hour of my death. For this reason, in every action, I should be mindful of God. I love that, and it's everything. It's just it's those little details, those little days, those little actions that contribute so much to our lives. And you know, really our whole life is accumulation, culmination. I can't even talk anymore. I don't know. I'm not really sure how to end this one, but yeah, just in every action, be mindful of God. And that's what I will try to do as well. So what did you think of this chapter? If you read it or anything that I mentioned in this video, I would love to hear it. So comment below if there's anything that you want to say. Bye everybody, enjoy the rest of your day.